This is your math gal, Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where all of my videos are organized by topic. This is our fourth example in our series of videos of solving equations with fractions. We're still doing basic equations, just a single term on each side of the equation. So let's work through this. If you want, go ahead and try it on your own first. Okay, so we've got negative 4/5 x equals negative 12. So we have something times x, so if we multiply by the reciprocal, we'll have just what 1x equals. Now it looks confusing because it's got this minus sign in front of it, so what I often do is put that in parentheses, so we don't think of that as like it's a subtraction problem. So then what would I multiply both sides? I have to multiply by the reciprocal, and be careful here, we want to know what just x equals, not what a negative x equals. So we want to multiply by negative 5/4. The reciprocal has the same sign, so that when you have a negative times a negative, you'll just get a 1x. So this is one that confuses a lot of people. Be careful of that. Negative 5/4 x. Also on the right hand side of the equation. So it's a good idea to use parentheses so you don't think of this as negative 12 minus 5/4 x. It would be incorrect if you didn't put a times sign or a parentheses here. All right, so on the left side, make sure that this all makes sense to you. See how the negative times the negative, that can kind of cancel out if you want. Think of that as a positive. The 5's cancel, the 4's cancel, and you get exactly what you want to solve for, just x, because this is 1 times x. Now on the right hand side you have a negative times a negative, so I often do this, it's up to you. I just say, well, for every 2 of those multiplied together, I can make them both positive. And now, let's see, can we cancel? Well, the 4 goes into the 12 3 times, so I have 3 times 5, which is 15. So we get x equals 15. All right, another way of looking at it. Negative 4/5 x equals negative 12. Same problem. This is another option for you. Anytime you have a minus sign or a negative sign in front of a variable, you can first multiply both sides by negative 1, which in essence means you're changing the signs on both sides of the equation. All right, so look what happens when you multiply both sides by negative 1. You just get 4/5 x equals positive 12. So if you want to do that for your first step so you don't have that negative sign in front of your variable, you can do that. Now at this point we could just do the same thing we did up there. Instead of multiplying by negative 5/4, we only have to multiply by positive 5/4. And we're going to get exactly the same answer. X equals, well, when we cancel, we're still going to get 15. Positive 15. Now the other way I showed you, whoops, getting a preview of the next problem. Went a little too fast. Okay, the other way you could do this exact same problem is 4/5 x equals 12. It was a negative, sorry, that was the original problem. You could first just multiply by the least common denominator. That's the other way we've done it in the last couple of videos. So I'm going to put a parentheses around here again. I'm just going to multiply both sides by 5. That's the least common denominator, right? So you could do that, multiply both sides by 5 to get rid of the fractions first. So instead of worrying about the negative signs, I'm getting rid of the fraction first. So I have negative 4x equals negative 60. And then I have an equation without fractions. And at this point, I could divide them by divide by negative 4, the coefficient. So once again, I get x equals 15. That's only 3 ways to solve this problem. There are more ways. So let's just check our answer. Let's see, I think I need a little more space. Okay, so we got for our answer that x equals 15, so we're going to plug that in, see if it makes the equation true. So I have negative 4/5 times 15. That's what I'm plugging in for x. And I'm just going to simplify this. Let's see, I can cancel. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. So I got a negative 12 on the left side of the equal sign, and there's nothing to do on the right side. It's just the number negative 12. Same number, so that means this was the correct solution. And if we want to write that using our braces, we would put that in braces for our solution set. So our answer, x equals 15, was a correct solution, the correct solution. This is your math gal, Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where all of my videos are organized by topic.